Hello everyone, welcome back to Liam McKay Productions. Today I will be playing as Queen Elizabeth, and I'll be playing against FDR. That was very quick, I just created a match and someone joined. So that is great. Fun times. Sometimes it takes forever. Anyways, when looking at Queen Elizabeth, she's a pretty decent candidate. She's got a huge agriculture, 35%, a small manufacturing, 15%, a big swing state at 25%. I mean, she's got some miscellaneous national groups that I'm probably not going to use. Her only penalty is an export driven at minus 25. FDR is a very good candidate. And Miss VP, he's using his Ilhan Omar, I think. I think that's how you pronounce her name. But yeah, Franklin Roosevelt here is getting a boost to African American labor environment youth vote, penalty to evangelicals. The main draw with him though is his 50% manufacturing. He's also got solid and high tech, oil, agriculture, a swing bonus, and now a 20% African American bonus upgraded from 10. So he's gonna be a tough guy to play against. But what I'm gonna do is the old, reliable, old South opening. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling he's gonna go for labor. I don't know if he's gonna clash. Trying to do something. Oh, not going for labor. That's interesting. That is interesting. Normally, with FDR, you go for labor. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try and go for a swing state battle because I feel like that's what he wants to do here. So I'm going to enter all these swing states. There's a lot of swing states. And that's going to be my turn. I'm not going to be able to get swing states next turn, but I want entries into all of them. More than likely, I'm going to be a zero spending next turn. I guess we clashed in Arizona, but nowhere else. Alright, now he can get swing states if he goes up in Georgia, North Carolina, and Michigan. That would get him swing states. I'm gonna play a little bit of a risky move here, going for Florida right away. This is a boom or bust kind of move if he blocks. I'm still in a salvageable. Oh, he did block, so that didn't work out for me, but you live and learn, I guess. It's tough because now he has swing states. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna regroup. Not gonna spend this turn. And I'm gonna see what I can do for funds next turn. See if I can maybe pressure him some more. Maybe try and steal Florida again. Maybe steal Michigan, or maybe just ignore swing states altogether. Interesting to see. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Really, another a move in Florida is. I didn't have enough to go past. Huh. I didn't expect that. Might not be the worst idea though, to defend a state that there's a good chance I'd attack again. Like if I was him, I'd definitely be afraid of another Florida attack. Now, I don't know if I can't get swing states this turn. What I could do, and this is another really risky, kind of bizarre move, but would be locking Virginia and Arizona. Not great though, not great. I think Virginia stealing. I think preventing him from getting Virginia and North Carolina. Just preventing him from, because that should prevent him from getting swing states. That'll be a big thing, I think. Okay, so I did take Virginia, and I have a pretty solid lead in North Carolina. Can I get? I don't think I can get. If I can, I'm gonna have to do some crap. Yeah, I could, but I'm gonna have to do some like crafty moves here. Now, that would get me swing states. If I keep all the current states I have, especially New Hampshire, he might go North Carolina, but North Carolina wouldn't. North Carolina would actually, I think, be enough to get swing states, but I don't think he's going to go for it. I think, yeah, Georgia is probably the move I figured he'd do. So I do end up getting the swing states, which is critical. Now, what do I do here? I'm going to try something a sneaky little Arizona swipe. What can you do in North Carolina? You need to do some mental calculations. I can he go past? I don't believe he can actually. I think he's barely able to not go past me. Yeah, he's just barely able to not go past me. And then Maryland, I think I'll enter. Does he go New York this turn? I think there's a fair chance he goes for New York this turn. That's what I'd probably do. But, okay, so we got Arizona. Critical steal. Does he? I think he entered New York. Yes, he did. You don't win by taking. You don't win by doing everything safe. Actually, you can win by doing everything safe, but here I'm. Yeah. So, Michigan, good. That's really good. It's a state I certainly need. The one in North Carolina. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna be playing kind of a almost California Texas kind of move, I guess. Or I go for Florida. I might scare him in Florida. I feel like he he likes defending his bigger states, which means I think I can get him to really spend almost all of his money in Florida. Right, like Florida, I feel like is a perfect place to get him to spend. Or do I go for Old South here? No. Do I let him have North Carolina? If he goes for North Carolina, he'll not flip anything, but he'll prevent me from getting Old South. And I guess I'll take 16 votes, but the electoral votes don't matter at this point. It's still going to be a long time till the ballot. So Georgia, he's going to be probably getting AA rather quickly here. African American. Well, because he is trying to get swing back, I think. Wisconsin isn't the most important state. How much can he even go in North Carolina? I don't want to overspend. North Carolina is kind of an odd for 42.5. It's not the. I don't know. I just struggle with that as a number to do math of. But I need to spend one more to spend. Okay, so just have to do something really quickly. I'm gonna have to edit this out. But is it California? I'm gonna get the California here. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about. Hmm. Other than I don't know, maybe like if you have any candidate suggestions, and I have the candidate suggested below. Okay, so he takes Texas. He's gonna have three of the big four. Hmm. Again, another really risky move by me, but sometimes you gotta make some pretty risky moves. Alright, Florida is stolen. That's critical for me. That's game altering for me. Because I think he would have been able to make a pretty strong case for victory had he got three of the big four. He would have been able to build up a lot more momentum, and I was able to prevent him from doing that. So that's good. I'm gonna go for expand in the African American. He's got manufacturing down pretty good, I think. Export, he's probably also. I think I've got a closer, but I'm not going to pursue it. Town and gown, he's got like Latino, African American are probably my targets here. But even then, even if I just keep these and he's gonna have to do a lot of work to get the rest of his bonuses. And he probably tried Florida. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else. Okay, so he can't do anything. But I'm gonna apply some pressure into New York. I'm not gonna go for Illinois. I think he can actually go mathematically past him. But that's not the move right now. The move I think would be just acquire African American as a state group and play from there. Yeah, FDR is a pretty good candidate. He's one of the best in the game. His main weakness is he doesn't play great out of the Old South. But yeah, like he's one of my candidates I enjoy playing the most. He's probably up there with like George Washington and stuff. Very fun, very good candidate. But yeah, I mean, winning. I think what it comes down to is Queen Elizabeth won the swing battle, and she was just able to kind of get through from there. Being able to, especially being able to get California and Florida eventually being stolen, I think really helped here. Really, really helped. But we'll see what'll come from this. Will my opponent forfeit? Maybe. I hope he doesn't free turn forfeit. Well, that would be kind of annoying. I'd have to talk a lot. Like at a certain point, what can I really talk about? Queen Elizabeth, she died a few years. I remember when she died. Actually, it was like a crazy day because there was all those memes about Queen Elizabeth's going to be alive till the end of the universe, and now she's been dead for years. Even on Canadian currency now, you're slowly starting to see King Charles on there instead of the Queen. Okay, looks like he maybe he forgot to spend or like he forgot to push the button or something. Please don't free turn forfeit, dude. Please don't. I'm gonna do that. See what happens. And yeah, so you know what? Let's talk about Vancouver Canucks. So it's interesting. I mean, apparently, like Jonathan Lekamaki's been scratched from Rabbits for Canucks, and there's a rumor that he's involved in a trade, and I'm not sure about that. I know that most of you watching definitely don't care about this, but I'm trying to fill the time up somehow. Gotta fill it up somehow. Well, I'm waiting for this guy to what looks like free turn forfeit, which is a very lame thing to do. But man, whatever. Anyways, who do you guys think? I'm wondering who the Canucks are going to try and acquire. I'd like it if they acquired Marco Rossi or Jared McCann, personally, as the second line center. Horvat would have been nice, but apparently the Islanders aren't interested at all in trading him. I also wouldn't mind them going after Nikolai Ehlers on the free agent market or Andrei Kuzmenko. They'd be good additions. I don't think the Canucks need to go after a defenseman. Like, Bowen Byman it's never a bad idea to have a lot of good defensemen, but I think the principal need with Canucks is a forward. I mean, Elias Pettersson should bounce back next season. I have pretty good, high confidence he will. But even with him, there's still holes, a lot of holes in the roster, especially I got 2C, especially for that pseudo walk, which I think they should. And Brock Besser is definitely gone, I think, at this point. I don't think that's a bold take. I think that's just what's probably going to happen. It's a shame because he has his faults as a player. I don't think anyone would deny that. Like he can be quite streaky. He's inconsistent and stuff. But there is what other better options do they have? He's a pretty well respected guy in the locker room community. He is a good player, even though he is streaky. Like some of the contract, like there is concerns about his contract aging poorly, which I think are valid. But he also steps up in the playoffs. Like last year, especially against Nashville, he was a difference. He was like the difference maker. Arguably, him and Shelovs was pretty good too. Artur Shelovs, but yeah, we'll see. Even Shelovs got on the Olympic roster, but yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed that Canucks talk instead of talking about the game because there's not much going on in this match right now. My Steam account got campaign manager a couple days ago. I don't know if you've noticed. So that's cool, I guess. Pretty neat. Queen Elizabeth is being elected U.S. president, which is very funny when you think about the Queen of England being elected the U.S. president over any U.S. citizen. That's that's one of the fun of video games, right? You can create these unrealistic scenarios with like Santa Claus and Big Turkey and I don't know, Tony Blair and Justin Trudeau are all running for U.S. president. It's pretty fun. Anyways, I think if he's free turn forfeiting, that would be the last turn, which means this video would be getting over pretty quickly. So, wait. I just spent. Oh yeah, I didn't need to do any spending here. I just spent just. All right, so that is a free turn forfeit, and I have won. So well, a good game to my opponent. And thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. Whether it's candidates, because I have most of them, especially a lot of the newer ones I don't, but most of the older ones I do. I'd prefer not to play. I'm probably not gonna play like Vladimir Putin or something like that because like I don't really want to play as him. I feel bad, even though it's just a video game. There's some candidates I feel really bad. There are some candidates that I don't like, but I don't mind playing. But I don't want to play on this channel to give off the wrong impression. Like a lot of modern politicians, like I'm not playing as Donald Trump. Like I'm probably not gonna be playing as Donald Trump on this channel. And if I do, like actually, you know what, I might. But if I do, I'll be pretty clear about the political beliefs I have regarding him. So, anyways, enough of my yapping. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Also, you're getting spoiled with multiple 2 videos in 2 days.